Apple TV returns with its new series Silo that I have to say is a must watch. So let's get into the review of that right now. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel today for another review. And today we're going to be reviewing the new series Silo, which is coming to Apple TV Plus May 5th. And on May 5th, you're going to get the first 2 episodes, and then you'll get a new episode weekly. There is a total of 10 episodes. They're about an hour each. And I'm going to say right now, you want to make sure you stick around to the finale of this series because it's so good. And you will have a lot of questions on your ride to the finale, but you will have them all answered. And even at the finale, you will then have more questions after that. At least all the questions you had for season 1 will be answered. But then you're going to start to explore more questions, more thoughts, more theories, more predictions, and you're going to be wanting a season 2, much like myself right now. So I love this series. I was hooked. I could not stop watching it. I did get a chance to check out the entire season, as I said, and once I started, I just could not stop. It's really that good. Fantastic cast. And it also kind of drives upon a genre, but yet like a subject matter, like another series that I was a fan of in Snowpiercer, where, you know, in Snowpiercer, they were all riding around on this train because they couldn't step outside of the train because, well, the elements will become a problem. And in Silo, you have a bunch of people living, and when I say a bunch of people, just 10,000 people living in this silo that puts them a ton of miles underground in their home, which is protecting them from this toxic and deadly outside world. But while they're under there, there's a lot of questions. They do not know why they're there. They do not know who built the silo. And they don't know why outside the silo is what it is. And they don't know when it will be safe for them to go outside of it. So it's much like, you know, in Snowpiercer, like, yeah, they're curious, but as of right now, it's just not something that can happen. So you know, if you enjoy sort of I guess in the theory, when it really comes down to it, this is this future, this dystopian future, one way or another for the Earth. So if you kind of enjoy that genre and whatnot, I think, like, yeah, it follows suit. But with this is what I feel like this series did really good was really having you connect with characters very early to pull the chair right under you. So I'm going to tell you right now that some of your favorite characters, you won't have much time with them. And that's a very tricky thing to do, especially with casting, because one, some of these characters, some of these actors could be the reason you want to check out the series, just for that character, that actor to not stick around long. But I will say, rest assured, and this right here will be a little bit of a relief for you here. You can expect Juliet, who is played by Rebecca Ferguson, to truly be your star of this series. You know, Juliet is an engineer, and while Juliet's job is to keep the silo running, you know, doing the hard work out here, she then seeks answers of a loved one's murdered, who within this murder then starts to unravel a lot of mystery. And the deeper and deeper she goes within this mystery, the more and more questions she has, the more and more questions us as the viewers have, and the crazier this journey gets. Which, on that note, I gotta say that you're just not going to be ready for the twists and turns and so much unpredictability on this journey. But you will absolutely love this character, Juliet, learning about her backstory, kind of learning about who she is because of her backstory, the things she sort of experienced while being in the silo, her relationships with folks, the folks she cares about, the folks that cares about her. I mean, Juliet is definitely a character that I was not expecting to like in the fashion I did, but by all means, I think it's truly because of the work of Rebecca Ferguson, who keeps you intrigued, keeps you on your toes the entire time. And then you have a character played by an actor who always has question marks around him, and that's Ian Glenn, who you may have known as Bruce Wayne in the series Titans, who comes in as Pete Nichols. I'm going to say that for whatever you're thinking, just be ready, because this character comes with a whole baggage of mystery, and to the point that I actually don't really know how I feel about this character still, along with another character, Sims, played by Carmen, who absolutely stands, like, when I mean stands out, I mean like truly, like if there was a like a herd of sheep, this is truly the black sheep of the group. For whatever reason, this character just automatically raises suspicion. Like, and by time that we truly get introduced to this character, the suspicion just only grows and grows and grows. And Carmen really commands your attention on screen, as you would expect Carmen to. But I think that Carmen is such a unpredictable Carmen's character Sims is such an unpredictable character that you got to be on toes with him as well too. I can't really sit here and tell you who and who not to trust, but I am going to tell you that every character that you meet, you have to be suspicious about here, like truly. And then yes, there's other actors in this as well too, obviously by the promotional material. And I think when you see a casting such as David Oyelowo, like, you have to think like, okay, that's a very, very interesting casting choice and character. This, like, how do I put this? His introduction in this is so confusing and draws so many questions and truly raises even more suspicion. I don't know what to tell you, what to expect with it, but I've got to say that, like, David is such, and he plays the sheriff within the silo. So he plays law enforcement, and with him being in charge of, like, you know, not only just the security, but the legal system within the silo, and you see this sort of conflict within this character, it's interesting, to say the least, shall I say. But I think that you know, when you cast somebody like David, when you look at his resume and you look at the characters he plays, and you realize that, like, he's not truly your focal point for the season, is like, the entire season you're just gonna be like, there's something up with that. But I will say this though, to kind of go back to Juliet, Rebecca's character, it is a big game of cat and mouse. And I think that this sort of strategy and storytelling here definitely just, again, raises the suspicion of everybody. It also could be left to your interpretation in terms of who's the cat and who's the mouse, and does that flip at times. And I think there's just a lot of different things within this series that keeps you invested and excited the entire time. The score is fantastic. I love the set location. I love the technology that's sort of introduced in this as well too. I love a lot of the supporting characters that you really don't get a lot from, but I think even some characters who have minimum time still, you know, keep you interested yet intrigued. You kind of want to know more about them, more about the relationship with some of the main characters, and beyond that, just the world that they're building here, you know, with this mystery of what's outside and what's happening inside. There's so much to wonder, which I think absolutely keeps you on board this entire season, which I'm here to say, like, you absolutely need to get to the finale. There's so much happening, so many questions, a lot get answered, and then a whole new book of questions is then open. And then you're just like, hey, we're season 2, and that's where I'm at with it. So, but yep, check out Silo, coming to Apple TV Plus. You can check it out May 5th, 10 episodes. So you have to stick through the entire season. Each and every week is a new episode. Get in the comments, folks. Let me know your thoughts about this one when you check it out. And as always, stay tuned for more reviews very soon.
Big gold belt.